Hello, and welcome back to my kitchen table on this rainy May afternoon. Today I'm going to be making dust jackets for some of my oldest books that either came to me without dust jackets or with one that is very fragile. To make the dust jackets, you'll need some paper. Wrapping paper or brown paper work best for this. Just make sure whatever you use is acid free so it doesn't damage your book over time. I'm using the paper from my shop, Pops and Piaf. It's beautiful wrapping paper designed and made in Italy. It has a weight of 100 GSM, which is thick enough to make sure the book will be protected. And aside from the beautifully nostalgic patterns, each paper has an ivory background complementing the vintage book it will cover perfectly. It'll look like it's been there all along. I'll also be using my favourite scissors that I use only for paper to keep them clean and sharp. Next up, I'll need some glue. I'll be using my trusty cocoina as it's all natural and perfect for paper crafts like this. Alongside these, you'll need a ruler, a pencil, and today I'll also be using a typewriter. And don't forget to make yourself a cup of tea. Today I'm going to be making a jacket for my 1934 copy of Winnie the Pooh, and I'll be using our forget-me-not paper, as the little blue flowers remind me of Pooh's balloon and the yellow ones remind me of honey. Picking out the paper to match each book has been my favourite part of this project so far. So, first thing you need to make sure is put your book roughly in the middle and lie it to each side, and make sure you've got a little bit extra width. So the width of this paper is perfect. I believe that's about 50 centimetres. So you want to bring your book right down to the edge of the paper. And just make sure it's straight. I've got my book roughly in the middle, and I'm just going to draw a line down the side, not actually touching the book with the pencil, making sure to mark it accurately. Then you're going to lie your book down to one side, making sure that it's still in line with the bottom of the paper, and then draw another line and draw a line up and do the same on the other side. Okay, so that's you done with your book. It's nice and easy. And to that you're just going to add, so I'm going to measure the width of the front of the book, so it's about 13 centimetres. So I'm going to go for 6.5. I'm going to add 6.5 centimetres on in a straight line to the end of it. And I'll just do the same again, 6.5, really curly paper, and then draw down. Okay, and then you're just going to cut out around the outside of the shape, so it's just one big rectangle that you're cutting out. Okay, so once you've got your rectangle, you're just going to bring your book back and just make sure that it all lines up, your top and your bottom and sides. Bring your ruler back and you're just gonna make a fold along the edge of the ruler. This book in particular, the spine's quite weak, so I'm going to kind of add in the structure with the fold as opposed to the actual book. So place your book in the middle and pop the jacket on. Okay, so what you're looking for is for it to be quite tight. This one's quite loose, as you can see. So I'm just going to take the book with one flap still in, one out, and then pull the cover around. Try not to put too much pressure on the actual book and just make a new fold there because the other one was too loose. Okay, that looks perfect. Okay, so next we are going to add some lettering so you know what book it is. Now there's loads of different ways you can do this. I'm purely choosing to do it with the typewriter because I rarely use my typewriter and it's a good excuse to use it. So I'm just going to take a piece of the paper, and on the reverse side, because I like the colour of the background, it's a nice kind of creamy colour, I'm just going to write the name of the book and the author in one long thin line. And below that, I'm just going to write the name of the book again and the author below it this time. Like so. Okay, so once you have the information that you need, you can draw a line and just going to draw a box around that, and then you can cut those out. Okay, so for the small strip that's going to go along the spine of the book, I'm just going to cut it down a wee bit. Perfect. And that like these two. Okay, so once you've written your labels, however you've decided to write them, whether it be with pen or typewriter or printed from your computer, you're just going to attach them to the cover. So I'll take the cover off the book again. I'm just going to lie it out flat. So this is the front, and then this is the spine. So I'm just going to grab my little pot of glue, glue it along the strip, trying to get it to right to the ends, to the corners, like so, and then just pop up in the book. And I'll just do the same with the front section. Pop the glue away. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry for a couple of minutes before I put it back on the book. Okay, so I've had a little wait on the side one, my pencil case, and it's probably about dry now, so I'm just going to put it back on the book. And there you go, that's my little protective book cover for a precious little book. So thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video and for all your support and kind words. On my last video, you really encouraged me to try and make more. Our box covering video will be coming soon. I just need to figure out how to simplify my process a wee bit before I try filming it again. And finally, thank you for your patience over the last few months. It's been a bit hectic here and I really appreciate all of you being there to support me whenever I'm ready to share something new with you, whether it's a shop launch or a blog post or a crafting video. I'm hoping we'll be able to restock the shop soon with more paper and more glue, and hopefully a few other treats as well. I hope you're all well, and I hope to be sharing more videos soon. Have a nice day. Bye.